Guys, we are back for one more round today. The Fingal's Fingers is the next event. I've been told 10 to 20 minutes until it kicks off. Hope you can all hear me. Auntie Liz will join us shortly. But whew, what a start to today. It's been absolutely epic. Quickly whiz through here, see what you guys have been chatting about. So we had to go and get some food and just compose ourselves, but we're good. And Liz will be joining soon. So it won't just be me. People talking about who's the Michael Jordan and Kobe of Strongman. Kaz is up there. I think you got to have Zadrunas and Brian. Those two for sure. Then it could be Kaz. It could be Marius. Jean-Paul Sigmarsson. Magnus Ver Magnusson, lots of amazing people in this sport. Uncle Laws, how we doing? Hey Laws, good stuff. Right, you guys are in, excellent. Yes, we should put this up. So Tristan Full Strongman, congratulations to Magnus and Monica. Those of you that follow the channel regularly will know who Monica is. And Magnus Ver Magnusson and Monica have been seeing each other for about a year, so just over. And this morning, Magnus proposed to Monica, and she assures me that she said yes. So massive congratulations to both of you. We hope you're having an amazing time at World's Strongest Man. Can't wait to see both of you. But what a lovely couple, two lovely people, two good friends of mine, and Auntie Liz and myself are extremely happy for you both. Someone saying they like this cartoon behind me. This was given to me at my last World's Strongest Man, and all the athletes signed it. Was presented to me by James Rowat, who does the Channel 5 production for World's Strongest Man, and it was really cool to receive that from all the guys. We're going to try and get a few more strongman bits and bobs. What we're trying to do is get a studio eventually, so we can have a studio set up for our channel, but we're working towards that, and you guys are helping massively, so thank you all so much. Right, let's have a quick rundown of the overall scores before we get into the Fingal's Fingers. Currently, let me get to the right page. I'm sure most of you know by now, but here we go. I'll go in reverse order. So in 10th place currently is Jaco Schoonwinkel. He has 4.5 points. Luke Stoltman is on 5 points. Pavlo Kordiaka is on 7 points. Evan Singleton and Matt Ragg both on 9.5 points. Brian Shaw is currently in 5th place with 10.5 points. Tom Stoltman is on 14 points in 4th place. Trey Mitchell is 3rd with 14.5. Alexei Novikov in 2nd place with 15.5. And then Mitch Hooper is currently in the lead on 20 points. It has been the perfect start for the Moose. He needs to keep working hard. There is a lot still to happen at this year's World's Strongest Man. Uncle Oz, would you ever try bodybuilding? No. I have no interest in bodybuilding. I like that I'm feeling fitter and don't look as terrible as I used to. And I may at some point get leaner than this. Right now, I'm just kind of like staying around this body weight more because I'm doing some strongman comps. I'm eating a little bit more, focusing more on performance than how I look and aesthetics. But after that, I intend to probably drop down to maybe 120 kilos. And then I'm just going to be happy at that weight. I've got no interest in pushing towards a bodybuilding show. It just doesn't interest me. What happened to the Brian picture from old video setups? If you really want to know, it's still exactly where it was. So there's a wall where my finger is pointing, and Brian, or me winning Europe's Strongest Man, as it actually is still up on the wall. It's just
I have news.
Yep.
Brian and Mark got that trophy. They had two.
Ah, that's cool.
Brian and Mark.
So that what was that trophy? The Knack?
Yeah, it was the Knack Tools of Strongman trophy.
Tools of Strongman trophy, and they presented that to Mark Felix and Brian Shaw. So that's lovely. Loz, can you do a video with your brother on resistance bands and training pressing and how to set up, but in depth? Yes, absolutely we can, James. No worries. I've been thinking about maybe setting up a separate channel just for coaching, because obviously this channel I want to focus on strongman, fun, entertaining things. And then maybe have like a separate channel that's just for coaching. What do you guys think that are interested? Let me know. 1,200 people in here, only 232 likes. Let's go get that something up. Thanks, Corey. Appreciate these posts, guys. And yeah, if you guys can like the videos and subscribe to the channel, really means a lot to us. So thank you. Canadian fans in the house. Hope Tom gets points back on fingers. I'm sure he can. This should be a good event for Big Tommy. And I think it's going to be a real good one for Brian as well. So if you're a Brian Shaw fan, get behind him on this one. Michael Watson, thank you for the super chat. Tom for the three-peat. Still got the faith. He's not out of this yet. We are still early days in this World's Strongest Man final. Oliver Bailey, Loz, I have my own competition tomorrow. BNSF, Wales Strongest Man. Would be cool to have a shout out from you and Liz. Oliver, go and smash it, buddy. I hope you have a great performance. Remember, focus on yourself and just focus on one event at a time. Have fun. Separate channel for coaching would be a great idea. It's something that we'll definitely look into. So there's plans with my coaching business going forwards to try and expand it a little bit. Be nice if Mitch Hooper can win, and then that would be a good advertisement. But for those of you that have worked with me, I love working with all different levels. I've seen a number of you in here. Toby's in here. He's one of my clients. Why not post coaching tips as YouTube shorts? I might do that. As some of you will have had coaching kind of videos sent to you from me. Maybe that's something I can look at for a separate channel. I wouldn't want to flood it onto this channel. This channel we focus on sort of very much Auntie Liz's as well. So we'll keep a coaching channel separate. And if you guys are into the coaching side of things, then it'd be great to go over there and follow that. But I know some of you just enjoy Strongman as well. What time are we expecting the Fingal's Fingers? So pretty soon. Yeah, I'd say about 10 minutes. I'll just quickly check. No updates, but 10 minutes ago, I was told 10 to 20 minutes. So TV links and stuff like that, it's probably closer to 20. But as soon as I get any updates, I will let you guys know. I'm coming in. Auntie Liz is joining us, I think, in a second. You're making sure your hair's okay.
I had the cat looking at it.
Levi in the house. How you doing, Levi? Thank you very much for the super chat. Just joined, but might have been said already. Congrats, Monica and Magnus, on the engagement. Yes, indeed. We addressed that right at the start, Levi, and we are all so happy for those two. Team Shaw fans. Sam is supporting Team Shaw. Hello, you. You coming to join us again?
Yeah. Sorry, he has me filming videos and editing in between the lives.
Don't say he has me.
I've been locked in a cage.
Don't say that, because that is not the truth at all.
Call the authorities.
A coaching channel would be awesome. Thank you, Matthew. I'll probably have to figure out how to edit it myself, won't I?
Yes. So look out for the most janky channel you can find. It will be Loz's.
David, thank you very much for the super chat. Congrats on the 135,000 subscribers. Yes, that is a huge goal for us. So thank you everyone for helping get us to their next goal, 150. We would love to hit the 150,000 mark. And let's go, Brian Shaw. Thank you very much, David. Yeah, guys, if you can help us get to 150,000, wow, that would be amazing.
I'm sorry, the video is downloading.
Loz is a top tier coach. If anyone here is on the fence, do it. I was stuck on 230 kilo deadlift for 10 months last year, and since being with Loz, hit 250 for a triple on Thursday, and he made it look good, to be fair to him. Thank you very much, Toby. I really appreciate that, mate.
Pete, your question is not attached to your super chat, but we will keep out.
Is that Pete? There we go. There's Pete.
Oh, there you go. Whatever happened to Johannes Aho? He
retired, and he's very happy with his family. He's got some lovely kids. Well, they're not married, but they're basically married. And he's happy. They play tennis. He's become a good tennis player. His kids are really into tennis.
Are great as well. Yeah,
very, very good. But Johannes was an unbelievable strongman, and I miss him, to be honest. He was a great guy.
Right. You skipped Scott's chat.
I think you skipped it when you came down here.
Did I?
Possibly.
No, I didn't. Hold on, Scott. I'm trying to find you. If it is a members chat, we cannot see them on StreamYard. You would have to. No, here it is. Here we go. Scott, why is it called Fingal's Finger? Who is Fingal?
Fingal is a giant from. I'm not sure if it's. I think it's like an Irish giant. From I'm not sure of the absolute history, but I think it's to do with in Ireland. There's kind of the causeway, and Fingal was a giant that could kind of walk across it.
With
He's
his
like
fingers.
huge long legs.
There
So
you go.
I'm not 100% sure. It's something I should look into, really. I do like some of that kind of history, so maybe we can get a nice video and narrate it
About Fingal.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I like
fingers.
kind of learning about some of the. I put
too.
documentaries on every night, don't I?
Yeah, he does. Yeah. Vix and Bex, thank you so much for becoming members. Anthony, good to see Loz made his hair look good too. Loz doesn't have to contend with what I do, which is the cat sitting behind me on the sofa and licking my hair, grooming me.
She wouldn't dare to do that to me.
No, she wouldn't. Rano's ebook, where? It's at www.lawrencechatelet.co.uk in the shop there.
I will pop up a link in a second.
Yes, because Rano doesn't have an online store, so he's using ours.
The Giant's Causeway, that's it. From
Go.
Scotland to Ireland.
Auntie Liz needs to enter every video late and by popping up behind Uncle Loz.
You should just do it like randomly at like meet and greets and stuff.
Yeah,
you do basically, don't you?
I do, because they're like, well, not everyone, but some people are like, oh, where's Liz? And then suddenly I'm like, yoo-hoo. Just sat hiding behind you somewhere. Mike, thank you for the super chat. Could you do a quick recap? I haven't been able to keep up with the finals. I've been in the other lives.
Indeed, we can.
Thanks, Loz and Liz, for all. Yes, so on the shield carry was won by Mitch Hooper, with Tom Stoltman in second place, Alexei Novikov in third. It wasn't a great start for Brian Shaw, who was in eighth place. It was a bit of a disaster for Pablo Cordiaca, who did the longest distance, but was penalized for not going over the line, and he lost a whole 20 meters off of his distance, which pushed him into sixth.
I think that's going to be a talking point, but
it is
something maybe for after.
And Jaco Schoonwinkel was also a bit of a disaster. Bless him. He went flying, literally flying. He fell with the shield 15 meters in, and this is one of his best events. And then on the deadlift, a lot of guys tied for 7 reps, including the likes of Alexei Novikov, Trey Mitchell, Brian Shaw, Matt Ragg, possibly one other as well.
There was 4 of them tied.
Oh, that's all 4 then. And Mitch Hooper was able to stretch away with 8 reps. Tom Stoltman got 6 reps, which put him at quite a deficit compared to the other guys. Luke Stoltman did 3, Pablo Cordiaca did 4, Evan Singleton and Jaco Schoonwinkel did 5. I don't think I've missed anyone there.
Luke Stoltman did 3, you said?
Yeah. So that's where we are right now.
So I'm just going to put a link into our shop where you can purchase the Rano deadlift program if you so wish.
There you go. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. Not Strongman related, but I know Loz is a wrestling fan. Did you watch this year's WrestleMania? And if so, what did you think?
Do you know what? I haven't watched this year's WrestleMania. I used to absolutely love wrestling. These days, I don't get a chance to watch it as much as I used to. But WrestleMania is cool. One of my training partners used to be a pro wrestler.
Yeah.
So we always talk about wrestling a bit, but I don't follow it like I used to be quite honest with you guys.
There you go. Johnny, thank you for the super chat. Please explain Mitch's day in historic terms. Shaw, Tom, and Novikov, and he's out front. Yeah, got lucky with Hanson Pablo, but he'd have 19 points. Yeah.
Perfect start.
Yeah. Deadlift was always going to be...
Shield carry and deadlift were going to be good events for Mitch.
Yeah,
his deadlift has been going amazing in training. We've made huge progress on that this year. Shield carry we saw as an event he could win, and worst case, I thought 4th. What had me worried was that he looked like he was struggling early on with it, but the guy is tough and he's a competitor, and he dug deep to get maximum points. Can you
please post the cat, World's Strongest Kitty, from Josh? Thank you for the super chat. Nala.
She might come over.
She
does sometimes. People have seen her on lives before.
Yeah, if I was sat here on my own, like when I tried to do a couple of Talking Strong Women, she was on the stream the whole time, like everywhere. But she is afraid of pretty much anyone who's not me.
Mm.
So she tends to stay away when Loz is here. Levi, thank you for the super chat. Fingal is a Celtic giant. His cave is in the Isle of Staffa and was also a filming location in Harry Potter.
Oh,
there you
that's
go.
cool.
That's interesting.
Thank you, Levi.
Well, quite the historian.
Yeah.
And
Monica's there, thanking everyone as well.
Bless her. Halim, thank you for the super chat. Shaw is my favorite, but after those 2 wins, it will be really hard for Cooper to be caught.
Look, anything is possible. I nearly called him Cooper. Hooper has had the perfect start, but we still have 4 events to go. Nothing is over. I'm not going to get too excited. I'm sure Mitch isn't going to get too excited. We've spoken, and it is very much focused on one event at a time. This is a new event for Mitch in competition, so he just needs to focus on getting as many points as he can and keep fighting for every single event.
And as we've already seen several times so far in this year's competition, anything can happen.
Absolutely.
Ian, thank you for the super chat. Finished up my own show earlier. Now it's time to watch World's Strongest
How
Man
did it
weight
go? We
parties.
hope you did well.
Yes. Well done, Ian. Had a busy day. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. Loz and Liz, you have been incredibly helpful in my efforts to get back to competition form after 2 hip surgeries over the last 2 years. Hope to qualify and compete at OSG later this year.
Amazing.
Awesome.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there, hopefully.
Yes, definitely. So it's going to be in reverse order. So the pairings will be 10th and 9th from... Oh, actually, no, that's interesting. What will the pairings be? Because with so many guys tied on 7 reps.
We don't know.
No, we're not exactly sure.
We'll wait and see.
Yeah.
We won't guess.
No, we won't guess anything. But we will find out soon enough.
To see so much support for Monica and Magnus in here.
Yes. Aaron, thank you for the super chat. What can Luke do to be competitive in his deadlift?
It comes down to that kind of genetics again. Luke's reason for being, I don't want to say a weak deadlifter because he's not weak at all. But his disadvantage in deadlift is his advantage in the log lift.
Yeah.
So all he can do is focus on steadily improving. And, he's done that. I think he's pulled 420 at his best.
I think so. I think he's done 420.
His deadlift has improved over the years, and you've just got to work at it. Some things will improve quicker, some things not so quick. Unfortunately, we can't wave a magic wand and just say, oh, deadlift is going to be good. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. He just needs to focus on training hard and hoping it just gets a bit better. You look at athletes from the past. Vasil Vorastik, who won World's Strongest Man in 2004, was an amazing athlete, but a poor deadlifter. Magnus Samuelsson was a poor deadlifter, but he was so good at other things. Everyone's built differently and they have strengths and weaknesses. And you just need to try and make yourself as well-rounded and as good as possible at every event.
I was about to bring the band hammer down on Lone Wolf, but then realized they were referring to my cat. Thank you. Tab, thank you for the super chat. Just a thanks for the excellent World's Strongest Man commentary.
Thank you, Tab.
Thank you. All right, try and stay on top of things. You all know how it is. Just making sure I didn't miss anyone there. Okay, Scotty, thank you for the super chat. Amazes me how evenly matched Tom and Luke sometimes looking training. Luke sometimes looking better. How Tom's able to raise his game at World's Strongest Man amazes me.
Tom is an unbelievable freak of nature and an athlete. And so, Luke is an amazing athlete, but let's remember Luke is almost 40 years old. Tom is, without question, in his prime. I mean, last year his performance at World's Strongest Man was unbelievable. I do think he's slightly off his best right now. Looking at what I've seen in the heats and the finals so far, I think it's fair to say he's slightly off his best when you compare to what he did last year. But they both had a bit of time off. Maybe it was just a little bit too much, but Tom is one of those guys that just, when he's confident, he starts to just be better and better. And he has. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Tom, focused, could be one of the greatest strongmen we've ever seen.
Lozzie, do you mind linking the Strongman Archive spreadsheet in the chat and then pinning it for everyone? Because some people don't have it.
I can only pin one thing, just so you know.
Okay.
So I will replace it with that.
Yeah. New pin coming in, guys. And best practice setup is to have one device with the spreadsheet and then one device with the chat. If you're a real pro, then you'll also have another device with maybe a volleyball webcam. Monica's saying that the surface is looking dry, which is good
Yeah,
news.
apparently the surface is all good. So
Rick has just commented it. Oh, yeah,
I've
no,
just pinned
there
it. There you
It's
go.
been pinned.
You should be able to see it at the top of the chat, guys. Is the Strongman archives if you are after the spreadsheet.
So what's everyone thinking? Top 3 for the Fingal's fingers. Did I say it right?
Yes, you
fingers.
did.
Yeah, I did.
I think this one is going to be Brian.
Yeah.
Then I don't know.
No, I know it's hard. I think Tom will be good at this.
I think Pavlo could be good at it.
Yeah. Pavlo's very tall as well.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's so hard to call. Most of these guys, we've not seen them do it. I mean, we haven't seen them do it in a World's Strongest Man final.
No.
If they've done it, it's been in the heats in a much smaller pool of athletes. So it's very hard to compare.
Even with Mitch, all I've got to go on with Mitch is what he's done in training on his own setup. Now, I've never used that setup. I don't know how hard it was. I don't know how much it feels like the fingers that we will be using in the competition.
Yeah.
I have done the Fingal's fingers before, so I know what they feel like. I'm confident that Mitch has trained them. He's got much better technically on them. He's had a go at them in the yard and looked pretty good. And he's a competitor. So I'm not expecting him to win, but I do want to see a top 4 from him on this one. Awesome. This to me potentially could be his weakest event.
Weaker than
we don't know.
Dumbbell?
I don't think the dumbbell's getting better, and he's trained it lots. But the finger's just untested. That's the best way of saying it. He might win it because he's that kind of guy. He might come 5th or 6th. So somewhere between there, if he can be in that top 4, we'll be really happy.
I'm seeing lots of similar-ish predictions. Brian Trey, then Tom or Mitch. Brian Trey, Tom. Brian Evan and Tom. Tom, Mitch, Pavlo. Slightly different one there. I
think if you go based on physique, Tom and Brian are built the best for it.
Yeah.
But that doesn't always mean everything.
No, absolutely. Predicting a Brian shock is Mark. It wouldn't be a shock to me if Brian won this. We do expect Brian to win this. And
Brian has to be the favorite on this event.
Yeah,
he's got so much experience on them. He's got them to train on, and he's built unbelievably well for this event. So, if you guys go back to watching 2009 final, watch Zadrunas and Brian just flipping them over like they're nothing.
Oh, they're bringing the athletes out, or working on it at least. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Oh, hello. It looks like something's happening.
What's happening?
Fingers are all set up. Looking
look
very,
good.
very nice. Do you feel that due to relatively low payout in World's Strongest Man, it makes athletes focus elsewhere to capitalize on income, resulting in detriment to training, etc.?
No, I think most of the athletes want to win World's Strongest Man.
The only competition that pays out significantly more is the Rogue Invitational, but only 10 guys get to go there, and there's no qualification for it. Arnold's and Worlds pay very similar, and then it's the other competitions.
The other competitions don't pay less.
Yeah. So no.
And also winning World's Strongest Man would be better in terms of sponsorship money that they could make than any other show.
Make a lot more money for the rest of the year if you won the title, definitely.
Yeah. Even like you look at the legends of the sport, like Magnus Ver, Kaz, they are all invited back to things because they are past world champions. So still making money from
Who's the first pairing then? It'll be Luke Stoltman and Pavlo Cordiaco, won't it?
Yes.
It's going in reverse order, yeah.
So Pavlo I think he could do well on this.
The problem is it's hard to see who's who.
I don't know who's who on there, but we'll try and figure out what's going on.
I can't zoom. Hello. Can you hear me? Can you zoom in a little, please?
You can't zoom.
All right, I can see Pavlo Cordiaco.
Okay. So
his handsomeness shines through.
Pavlo versus Luke.
Pavlo's in that lane. Luke is in that lane. And I'm just also
time to get nervous.
Uploading a video at the same time.
3,740 in the live chat at the moment. Watching us watch a spreadsheet and a phone.
Right, and they are about to get going. And they're off.
And the weather's completely changed. It's blue skies, all dry out there.
Worth waiting. Pavlo slightly faster with that first one than Luke. They're both onto the second. That's Pavlo, that's Luke.
Both very close after two. Both onto the third finger. Luke is doing really well, actually. Impressed with how quick Luke is going through this. Luke is in the lead.
Slightly, yeah.
Now, this fourth one is where it gets harder. Let's see how quickly they go through this. Pavlo's going well. Luke's getting slower, but
Pavlo's is over.
Pavlo's over. Luke's starting to struggle, but he's got past the sticking point and he gets it over. They're both onto the 5th now. Pavlo was faster for 4, which could be important.
Yes, because this will be split
the 5th
times.
one. Pavlo's going well.
Going very well. Come on, Pavlo.
Getting to the hardest point. It's going over.
Oh, come
He's got to keep pushing. Pavlo's done it.
Yes.
Pavlo finishes all 5.
Luke
Stoltman
the first one,
is not going to get the 5th.
No, he's not. No.
And he goes down with it. So decent time for both 2-4. Pavlo was a bit quicker. Then Pavlo has managed to do all 5 of the fingers, which is very, very good.
Yeah, we do not expect all of the athletes, maybe not even half the field, to do all 5, to be honest. But we will see.
We will indeed.
This competition has been full of surprises, and some of the stuff we've said is wrong. I do. I just need you to take over the chat, and I want to make sure I leave you in a good place because now we are lost. How is wait.
There you go.
So that was Carter's predictions for the Fingals.
Top 3, Brian, Tom, Novikov. Interesting. Do you know what? I saw Novikov training a really heavy finger. So it'd be interesting to see how that carries over to these fingers. How is Yako on the fingers? Could surprise again. Again, yeah, we just don't know. He's surprised many times in this competition, so we wait and see. But thank you, Luna, for the super chat, and let's see how he does. Matt Brown, thank you for the super chat. How do you expect Wide Pavlo would have performed with these final events if he'd not been injured or competed? Deadlift would have been amazing for him. Shield carry, he did very well at the carry at the Rogue Invitational, so I expect he could have got good points on that. He's built well to do something like the Fingal's fingers. Dumbbell is a very bad event for him. Stones are decent, and truck pull is kind of untested on. So not bad events for him in the final. A couple of maybe like one unknown, and one event that he's not so good at.
Maybe 6th to 8th.
Do you reckon as low as that? He maybe could have got like top 5.
Do you reckon?
Well, I don't know.
I don't know either.
He's hard to predict because yeah, but there was some good events for him as well. There we go. New member David Easton. Thank you for becoming a member.
Sorry, I'll be back in a sec.
Do I think that Brian will go to Rogue if invited? No. I think Brian has one more comp in him, which will be the Shore Classic. Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Watching your videos, what old event would you like to see? Champagne hold. Champagne hold is a good one. I really like car rolling. The car walk I like. I loved they did it last year really, the Flintstone lift, but I liked it when they did the deadlift as the Flintstone lift. That was cool. Any other events we'd really like to see from the past?
Sorry, what did you say already? Car flip.
Yeah, I think car flip is just a cool one. It just looks cool. Liz wants to see the gravel shovel, which nobody really wants to see. Dylan, thank you very much for the super chat. At this point, I can't see Brian winning World's Strongest Man. He's already 10 points behind Mitch, and I can't see Mitch falling in the bottom half in any of these events going forward. I think your man got this in the bag. He needs a good performance on this one. I'm not as confident on this event as I was for the first 2. So Mitch will hopefully surprise us all and smash this one as well. But if I'm worried about any event for Mitch in the final, it is this one, just because he's really not that tested on it in comp and had not as much training as we would have liked on it. Thank you, Daniel. I'm going to come back to you in just a second. I just want to see what is happening. So I can give you the official times for Luke. Luke did 4 in 32.54, and Pavlo did all 5 in 48.69. So good start for Pavlo, and we will wait for the next pair to go. Daniel says, why won't World's Strongest Man move to Europe for its athlete's visa? I would love to see it back in Europe. It's been in Europe before, and hopefully... 2009. Where was 2009? Malta. Yeah, I was there, wasn't I? Yeah. And Malta was a great place, to be honest, to have World's Strongest Man. It was great for British fans to go and watch. I would love to see it back in Europe. I really would. Hopefully, we do get that opportunity at some point. Yako and Evan are up next. Yako Schoonwinkel and Evan Singleton. David, thank you for the super chat. I will try and find if you have posted anywhere. I'm sorry, I can't see anything, but thank you for
Maybe comment again
super
in
chat.
capitals.
Yeah. Right. Why are so many bagging on the Stoltmans?
Bagging? Dragging?
Bagging.
What does bagging mean?
I don't understand the question, Spencer. Sorry, I'm old. I don't understand the slang stuff. But the Stoltmans are very good. They have both made the final the last few years in a row. 2 of the top 10 consistently in the world, and Tom Stoltman is a 2-time champion. So those boys are good. Let's go. All right, let's see what's happening. Have you got any updates, Auntie Liz? Yako and Evans
No, nothing yet.
are up next.
My phone's right next to me.
Okie dokie. Are they doing the fingers? Yes, they are. It's completely dried up. I couldn't see any wet spots. I've been told by people that are out there that it's lovely sunshine and dry now.
Looks blue skies as well.
Yeah, it looks nice. How's Hooper's fingers? This is an event, like I said, we are most worried about this one. But he's started the competition perfectly, so we were in a confident position. Ryan, thank you for the super chat. I want to give a shout out to my amazing fiance. She's definitely my better half. They usually are, buddy. The both of us watch your channel. We actually met you, Loz, at the Rogue in 2021. She climbed over the wall to get down to the field with you. Amazing. Thank you guys for the support, and hopefully I'll see you at the Rogue again.
Oh, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You all good?
YouTuber life. Yes.
Good stuff.
That uploading.
Yeah, you're doing a good job, dear.
Thanks, dear.
Michael Watson.
Mitchell, thank you for the super chat. How would you rate Mitch's dumbbell?
Very good. His dumbbell has really improved, just like his deadlift has improved this year. The dumbbell has made great progress as well. I don't expect he will win the dumbbell because I think Novikov is the favorite for that, but I could see him certainly in the top 3.
The reason Yako didn't go out first is because it's reversed order based on the last event. So whoever came last in the deadlift goes first.
Apparently bagging is slagging off. Being negative about them. Thank you very much.
People slagging them off, yeah.
I don't know why people are slagging them off. I understand why people are upset with not seeing them compete, because as a fan, I want to see them compete in other shows. And I think if they want to be seen as like the greatest of all time, they need to win some of these other shows. But let's remember, Luke Stoltman is Europe's strongest man. Tom Stoltman is a 2-time winner of World's Strongest Man.
He was Europe's strongest man.
Yes, he's one. I said he won Europe's Strongest Man.
I thought he said he was. He is.
And you know, they're both 2 of the best on the planet. They've been in the final of World's Strongest Man the last 3 years in a row, both of them. That's a hell of an achievement. They're 2 great strongmen. But I understand as a fan wanting to see them compete. I don't think there's anything wrong with us as fans wanting to see them compete. So people should be allowed that opinion, but we should also respect them as individuals for, you know, wanting to do other things, wanting to look after their families. I think they were trying for babies, that kind of thing. So from a fan's point of view, yes, I understand people wanting them to see them compete, but for both of them, World's Strongest Man is the biggest show that they want to do, and that's what they focus on.
Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Hooper's 8th rep and Tom not getting 7. Both of these were huge for Hooper's overall points.
Absolutely.
They absolutely were. Couldn't have worked out better for him in that respect, definitely.
No,
thank you for
he
the chat.
couldn't have asked for more.
Carl, thank you for the super chat. Can you ask for members' questions to post to Colin before you next interview him? Absolutely. Yeah, we will. I'm sure we'll be able to.
We will definitely do that. Like I said in the last live, I'm going to try and get Colin on for a chat, and we will do we'll post in the community for members to ask questions.
Yeah, definitely. The harder the better.
Singleton versus Schoon.
Scotty Lace, thank you for the super chat. How did you rate Par's heat performance? Par did well. Like, if you look at that was a tough 30.
Group. You think Par's performance on the cone and circle was 3rd overall out of everyone, so that's fantastic. Par did well.
Yeah,
he did well. That was a tough group.
Yeah, it was a tough group, but we didn't expect, like, especially looking at the group, we didn't expect Par to get into the final. But he did as well as he could have with those events. Yeah, with those.
I think he would have struggled to get through any group.
Yeah, when we look at that,
was a really, really tough group.
It was, yeah, it was definitely the toughest group overall.
I like Par, and he's a solid strongman. I don't believe he's top 10 in the world.
No. Someone thought Parr underperformed. I don't think he did, to be honest. It's just
You got to remember, no figure of eights on the deadlift, so that would have affected Parr. I do beat up on Parr about that, but if you watch his training videos, he deadlifts in his fingertips, so his power off the floor isn't so good. If he can get that height, then his lockout is very strong. But his performance on some events was very good, and like I said, his Conan's was unbelievable.
Mato Elite version, thank you so much for the super chat. How good is Tom Stoltman in the upcoming events?
Good.
Fingers, we don't really know, because the last time we saw him do them was about 5 or 6 years ago. In
Truck
the
pull, he could win. Stones, he should win.
He probably will win.
Dumbbell,
could be bad.
Notoriously in competition has not been good. Yeah. So I would say he's got one absolute banker, another event that he could potentially win, an unknown, but I think he'll be good at it.
Yeah, he's
and
built
1
well
week
for
event.
Fingers. Yeah. So a mixed bag, I guess, but with 2 strong ones there.
Potentially 3.
Yeah. Thunderbeef, thank you for the super chat. Any word on if the world's strongest nation is coming back? Yes. I'd love to see it done properly with all of the top athletes and some retired strong men like Loz. The tickets are already on sale for the Giants Live World's Strongest Nation. We'd love to see it with more nations, wouldn't we?
Yeah, it'd be cool to see more nations.
See, like either Ukraine or Canada, or just a mix of Europe and North America would be really, really cool. But yes, it is happening again this year, men and women.
The women were unbelievable. They made that show.
Yeah, they kind of stole the show, really.
They did indeed.
Do you think Ulysses will return? Yeah, he's saying
he's definitely planning on coming back. He just wanted this year off. I don't know if he's going to come back by the end of this year. Do you know?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
I'm not sure when he's planning on returning, but he said he needed some time off.
Has any athlete done the fingers yet? So, yes. So one pair has been up so far, and that was, who was it?
It was Pavlo and Luke Stoltman. Pavlo, Kordiak, and Luke Stoltman. Pavlo did all 5 in 48.69. Luke did all 4 in 32.54.
There you go. Torex, thank you for the super chat. Sure fan, but I've become a big Mitch fan. This world's strongest man.
I'm glad to hear it, guys. We should be getting going very, very soon with the next event. The heat, sorry.
While we're waiting, Rasmus, thank you so much for the super chat. Fingal is a fictional giant. Loz doesn't think Brian's leg is an issue. Loz and Liz top 3 is Mitch, Novikov, and Brian. No, you can't watch World's Strongest Man if you're not there live. If you're not there, go to Strongman Archives for info. Well, we need to pin that comment. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Perfect.
I'm going to pin it.
Yeah, you should. Surely there's other stuff as well. And yes, you can start Strongman at any age. There you go. Pin that too. Add it in. Losses. Can you pin that?
I can't pin it.
Oh no, can't pin super chats.
Oh well.
Shocker.
Oh, I deleted it.
What the hell?
I apologize.
Oh my God, Loz deleted it. Like it's still on our screen.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Rasmus, right. I'm so sorry.
But thank you so much.
Honestly.
This is why I should. Well, there was my fat fingers. This is the problem. This is why I'm not allowed to do nice things with technology.
I was wondering what your last word was going to be there.
My fat fingers. I got quite fat thumbs, and yeah.
Shocking.
Sorry, dude. But thank you so much.
At least we got to it before we
at least
destroyed it.
All right, I'm going to put that down.
Yeah, David, thank you for the super chat.
Cause any more trouble.
Shout out to my lovely partner Samantha, who is secretly a big Strongman fan. Thanks again, guys. You're both true ambassadors for the sport. Thank you, David.
Thank you very much.
Samantha, whether that's true or not, thanks for letting David.
Here we go. It's getting started. The athletes are coming out, I believe.
Okay.
So we'll keep you guys updated. To the line.
Oh, did the lights just flicker?
Yeah, something flickered. No, something definitely.
We do not need a power surge at this point. Scott, thank you for the super chat. Does a group of minions flip the fingers back over between competitors?
Forklift does.
A forklift does it. There you go. Right. So next up then is Jaco Schoonwinkel versus who is it?
It's Evan.
Evan Singleton. Okay.
Get buckled in, guys.
Hold
5 fingers each. Do we know who's who?
Can't really tell. Just look for one with steam coming off them. That would be Evan.
They're just making sure everything is right.
It's such a long course with 5 fingers.
So they basically got them kind of scattered out. So one finger is sat there, one's there.
Yeah, so
one's
staggered.
There, one's there. So there's quite a lot of movement for the athletes. They rather than going like side to side, they've got to kind of follow the road forwards.
So time to beat is 5 fingers in 48 seconds, 48 point something, but I don't remember the point. And they're off. Oh, it's impossible to tell who's who. That's Evan.
Both get through, no problem on that first one, and Evan's going quick.
Yeah.
Evan is flying through these first few.
Yako's doing well too, though. On
He's not far
number
behind,
2.
but Evan is really attacking these, as you'd
Yeah.
expect from Evan. He's an aggressive athlete, very
So
fast.
number 3 over for Evan.
His time is excellent. If he can keep this up and get all of them over, this could be a really good event
Both
for
on
Evan. And he's
Fingal
going
and
well on number 4 as well.
Yeah.
4 Evan is
over
through
for
4.
Evan.
He must be the fastest through 4. He's on to the 5th. If he can get this one, he could go into the lead, and he's moving well still.
Oh,
He's just slowing down. He needs to keep pushing.
Come to a standstill.
He needs to keep pushing. He's at the
Yako
hardest
got
point of
4
the
over.
5th.
Yako got
Come
4
on,
over.
Evan. You can do this. Yes, come on. Push.
Yeah.
Evan's got
come
it.
on,
He's
Evan.
got it. He's got it. He's going over. Well done.
Yes.
Evan Singleton with all 5. We'll have to look at the time because he slowed down massively on that 5th one.
There, yeah.
But he worked hard and he got it.
Yako's done. Yeah.
And he absolutely blitzed through the first 4.
Ooh, yeah, he did. His first 4 were fast, but we'll see what his final time was. There we go.
Ooh,
Lots
that
of
was fun.
fickle fingers.
Yeah.
Fingers like
strikes
Big T, thank you for the super chat. Loz, I've got a max dumbbell in October. How should I train for it, please?
Do you have a dumbbell? That would be a good start. If you don't have a dumbbell, but you have like normal dumbbells in the gym, you can still train. It would be a good idea to get maybe like a fat grip to go around the dumbbell and then practice. I tend to get people doing like one speed day, focusing on technique, and one heavier day, going more towards competition weight, whether it's reps or max, would depend on the competition. But do not jump in with competition weight. Focus on building up that strength like you would on any other movement. It's always important with any new event, focus on technique first. Get the technique pattern drilled, then we can apply weight afterwards. But if you've got a gym that has a dumbbell, it makes a big difference.
Sean, thank you so much for the super chat. Thanks for the stellar coverage, guys. Loz, what moment in your career are you most proud of? And Liz, which of Loz's achievements is your favorite?
I think I think in terms of victories, winning Europe's Strongest Man was probably the best. But really proud of doing the Royal Albert Hall, despite being nowhere near my best and having like 12 weeks of absolute agony to train for it. The agony kind of all went away when I stepped onto that stage and just got such a huge reception. And I held my own. It was tough mentally because I was nowhere near what I used to be able to do. I think I failed the axle opening weight, which was 170, and I used to be the British record holder at 205. So to be that far down from your best on what was a good event once was tough. But I managed to kind of bring it back together after that, put in some solid performances on the rest of the events. And I think I ended up 7th overall. I was just a couple of points behind Luke and Tom. But it was more the experience of that meant a lot to me. But yeah, those are 2 that stand out for sure.
Next World's Strongest Man, event 3, Loz's fat fingers. Tony T, thank you, Tony. Honestly, fancy deleting someone's super chat. At least we read it first.
Yes.
I'm joking with you.
So Yako got 4 in 40.68.
Okay. How does that compare to Luke's?
Evan did 5 in 49.85.
So slightly slower than Pavlo.
Slightly slower than Pavlo. And Luke did 4 in 32.
So Luke was faster. So far we've got Pavlo in first, then Evan, then Luke Stoltman, then Yako Schoonwinkel. Yep. Who is up next? What's the next pair?
I don't know because it'll be Tom Stoltman.
Yes.
And someone else.
And someone who did 7 reps on the deadlift. Yeah. No, thank you for the super chat. Do you think change of sequence of events because of weather messed Brian up? Being top 1 to 2 in Fingal's as event 1 could have given him confidence and momentum.
No, let's remember Brian went on to event number 2, which was always going to be event number 2, and he placed 2nd. And he did as many deadlifts as he could.
Yeah.
So
to be fair, yeah. And Brian's so experienced. He's like, he's not weak-minded.
The only thing is just maybe, Brian could have eked out a couple more inches on the shield. But the reality is he'd have been even more tired. And it wasn't like Brian didn't try on the shield carry. He went as far as he could. And he didn't even manage to get to the line. And normally when you're near the line, you're going to kind of get across and turn with it to just get that extra, reading. And being an experienced athlete, I would have expected to see that. Brian went down and he went as far as he could.
Evan Fingleton. Liz, do you know Laszlo Fekete? Loz, help her out if not. I do know Laszlo Fekete, yes.
The crazy eyes.
It's my best Laszlo impression. Zolt, thank you for the super chat.
You don't know him personally, you just know of him.
Yeah, no, I haven't met the dude, but I'm sure he's lovely. There you go. Waiting on times. That was a bit earlier. Kevin, thank you for becoming a member. Bo, thank you for the super chat. Lost sounding like he's delivering Evan's baby. Push, Evan, push. Oh, you hold the leg up, Lozzie. I'll catch. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Bo. Bryce, thank you for the super chat. Minimum height to compete. There is no minimum, but
get stuck in and compete.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, the great thing is now as well, we've got so many different weight classes. So there's under 80 kilo strongmen, and they are awesome.
And they're not tall.
They're not tall. No. I mean, it's odd when you see an under 80 kilo athlete that's tall.
Yeah.
There's under 90 kilo for the men's. There is under 105 kilos for the men's. There's even in some countries, they have like under 120 kilo class now.
Yeah.
There is a lot more opportunities for people to compete in strongman.
Well, Zilla Strongman, thank you for the super chat. Just want to thank y'all for what you do. I love to tell my wife I have a British aunt and uncle. Also started Strongman at 40, never too late.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Mark Felix still at World's Strongest Man at 57.
Yeah, and he's the World's Strongest Master 50 plus as well.
He is.
Which we're trying to get changed to the World's Strongest Grandmaster. We think that sounds really cool.
It'd be a good name.
Secret Squirrel, thank you for the super chat. How about a real world event called the Friend Move? Load furniture on truck, push truck for time. Or late to the airport, load luggage, wife, kids in minivan, push minivan for time. Did you know what? The amount of people that if they know a strongman, they think, oh, yeah, he can help me move house.
Piano?
Yeah. No, I bloody can't.
Yeah.
It's quite funny.
And you all know, being with a strongman, we're not very good at carrying shopping.
No, they're not. They really whinge about shopping.
The only thing I
bags.
can, like, if we went shopping, I'd make a race out of it. So it's like load it into the back of the car as quick as possible.
Yeah.
If I make it fun like that, I don't mind it. But if you're just walking around town holding things, despite being incredible at things like the Farmer's Walk,
Yeah.
I was terrible at shopping.
Yeah, he was. Arrow, thank you for the super chat. What events could make up a safe and well-balanced strongman decathlon? Ooh.
So, deadlift.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely need a deadlift. You definitely need an overhead of sorts. I mean, Viking press is a fairly safe overhead.
You need a test of grip.
Yep. A Hercules hold, that's a pretty
safe-ish
event as long as it's well made and doesn't kind of come back on itself.
Yeah.
Has some safety features. I've seen that before in some comps. A truck pull, yoke, farmers, sandbag to shoulder, some kind of shield carry, a throw. Don't know if I said a throw or not.
No, you didn't.
And one more event. Maybe
you left out a squat, but that feels like it makes it less safe.
Yeah, that's why I've left squat out. A squat can be a lot more dangerous. Trying to think of safer events.
Maybe a drag.
Drag is good, or a loading event or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
There we go.
There you go. Good, safe, fun. Ginger, thank you for the super chat. Hi, Liz and Loz. Are there any plans to enhance the audience areas in World's Strongest Man? Had to get a step stool to see it because I'm sure.
We don't know is the honest answer, but we will relay back information to
100%.
the people, you know, the powers that be, and let them know your thoughts. So if you guys are there and you've got any complaints, obviously make them known to them. Go on their Instagram, let them know because they want the feedback, and obviously let us know as well. We do talk to them
as well, where you bought your tickets if you were in VIP.
Yeah, absolutely, because they should be making it as fan friendly as possible and making sure that you guys have an amazing time.
Yeah. And Lily, thank you for the super chat. You're keeping me sane while I recover from major abdomen surgery. Back to lifting very slowly in 5 weeks. Love you both. Well, good luck with your recovery.
There we go.
Lily.
Yeah, look forward to it. Let us know when you're back lifting as well.
We're like the same person now, aren't we?
I know, it's crazy. What's this one?
I'm a under 90 kilo strongman. There are some incredible athletes, even at my level.
There are indeed.
We were hanging out with one recently, Nikolai Myers.
Yeah, Nikolai Myers, former world under 90 kilo champion.
Yeah.
He is awesome guy and an awesome athlete as well. And there's so many amazing athletes in all the various different weight classes and all of like the women's classes. They're just so, I love watching strongman at all levels. World's Strongest Man is obviously the most popular show because we all want to see the big freaks, but there are some incredible athletes that compete in this sport in every single category.
For the people just joining us, we have had 4 guys go on the Fingal's Finger so far.
It's Shaw and Tom next, so that could be a good one.
Ooh, Brian and Tom Stoltman. This is going to be a very good one. Right now, Pavlo Kordiaka is leading with 5 fingers in 48 and
48.69. And we had
Evan
49.85 from Evan.
Yeah.
And we had 4 in 32.54 from Luke and 4 in 40.76
there we go.
from Jacco Schoenwinkel.
Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Back again. What kind of area of strength is missing for you guys in the current lineup of events at World's Strongest Man or other big shows? You guys are the best.
Thank you. I like to see a bit more grip tested. Although we have the Hercules hold at Giants live shows, I like variety of grip events.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see some variations on grip.
I used to really like the car deadlift holds that they used to do. I know it's not the best spectator one, and it really takes a lot out of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like to see the fight. I like the faces. Arfon, thank you for the super chat. Maybe a touchy subject, don't mention the war chaps, but any updates on Shivlikov? He was always such a positive character on stage and meet and greets.
Yeah, we said this in another live the other day. We absolutely loved Shivlikov, really entertaining to watch, but he was coming towards the end of his career. So it's, I'm not sure whether he would still be competing at the top level or not.
If he'd still be getting invitations, considering his last few points.
An amazing athlete, an amazing guy. And yeah, I do miss him.
Oh, here we go, guys. So it's going to be Tom Stockman
and then it will be the whistle.
Brian Shaw.
This will be a good one.
This will be a very good one.
I think we could see all 10 fingers flipped over here. How many people? We've had 2 do them all so far.
We've had 2. Pavlo Kordiaka and Evan Singleton.
I think we'll see all of them go on this.
Best time so far is 48 seconds.
Ooh, hey.
Sorry.
Just being geeks.
Yeah.
Exciting.
So it's impossible to see who's in what lane until 1 or 2 get flipped, I guess. I reckon that's Brian, because that is one hulk of a man.
One hulk of a man, huh? He is a big man, to be fair.
Hunk. No, I'm joking.
Auntie Liz
New rumor, Liz loves Brian. Yeah.
They're off. Both of them flying.
That's Brian. That's definitely Brian. Come on, second one over. That's definitely Brian. Brian's a little bit faster.
Tom going well though.
Yeah, they're on the
Brian
third.
is making easy work. Both of them making easy work of the first 3. They are going to both do all of these. Look at them go.
Brian's a little bit ahead.
Shaw, technique looking really good. He is flying on this 4th one.
Yes, that's
Tom is going over as well. They're both looking fast. I think this is the fastest 2 we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Brian looking strong.
Oh, Tom's catching him up though.
Tom is catching up.
Oh,
Tom's
gone ahead on the 5th finger.
Tom goes ahead. Tom Stoltman coming from behind.
Oh,
and Brian goes down.
No, it's on his shoulder.
Brian has failed the 5th finger.
Wait.
He can't shoulder shunt it.
I know.
Tom Stoltman from behind takes the win. And wow,
Brian can't get the 5th over.
That's disastrous for Brian Shaw. He looked so good on those first 4.
Oh, he's still trying. No, now it's down. Now it's down. Oh, what a shame.
Absolutely brilliant performance there from Tom Stoltman.
That is definitely going to be the fastest with 4.
Brian Shaw, his chances of winning World's Strongest Man completely over now. I'm sorry, but that had to be the banker.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that's not going to be good enough for Brian. Absolutely gutted for Brian because he was going so well.
He was going so well.
But Tom Stoltman, he looked solid and he really made easy work of that 5th finger.
I feel really sad for Brian.
I feel
really
sad
for Brian.
It's hard because you're like happy for Tom because Tom's putting a great performance there. But yeah, that was sad to see. I've watched this man make the fingers look like twigs.
Yeah.
I was that confident that he was going to go over, but we can make excuses, we can say all these things, but he's not the same man he was.
Well, he's been
and I think that fatigue of having to do the stones, being older, he doesn't recover as quick maybe as he did before.
Rauno ruined him.
Rauno ruined him in the heats.
Yvonne, thank you for the super chat. Come on, Stoltman's met them in Glasgow. So nice. You'll be very happy with Tom's performance.
I think Tom
there
will be in first place after that.
Yeah, he definitely will. That was fast.
So Tom in 39-ish seconds. I don't know the exact time yet.
That's nearly 10 seconds faster than Pavlo Kordiaka.
That is going to be difficult to beat. That's a very fast time.
Brian must have the fastest 4.
I would think so, but there's still 2 other guys that have done 5 between him and first place.
Pavlo Kordiaka and
Evan.
Yeah. And a couple of other guys that will possibly be doing 5 as well. Fred, thank you for the super chat, Fred. Anyone planning to go to the next World's Strongest Man, get a booth and sell step stools? You'll be rich the first day. There you go. We could go. Liz and Loz's ladder shop. Can you imagine? It would be hilarious.
I'd rather do this.
Rather do this. Sarah, Thank you for the super chat. I'm a huge fan of you both. Loz, you wear cool shirts in your videos. I especially like the Mario and Doom ones. Do you remember where you got them
very
from?
much. I do indeed. Smash and Pass. Levi, who posted in here, he is the man behind that company.
Yeah.
And thank you to Levi for sending them to me. I really love his designs. And if you guys go and check out Smash and Pass, you can get them from there.
Elpress Cat waiting for everyone to blame Rauno for Brian's downfall. I was the first to blame him. No, poor Rauno. It's just the reality of it, though.
It's
isn't
sad
it?
to see because Brian is,
sad.
I mean, he's done amazing to get to the final. I think it would have been, he's not out of it, but winning it is beyond.
I think winning it is off the cards now. But hopefully a podium is not impossible.
It's still good events, but he just looks to be struggling.
It does, yeah. If he couldn't,
you know, the deadlift was good. His deadlift was good, so we can't say too much about that. He got joint second place.
Yeah,
but he
really needed the big points there, though, didn't he? Nick, I am desperately trying to find your comment because it's not attached to your super chat. If I miss it, please comment in capitals and I will find you.
I'm just looking at these results so far. So Brian Shaw.
There we go. Still waiting to see the cat.
Brian Shaw did. Shush a second.
Sorry.
Brian Shaw did 4 in 26 seconds. So he absolutely blitzed through those first 4, but an amazing time by Tom Stoltman. 5 fingers in 39:36. Impressive.
Someone's saying, yeah, because Tom's small. I can tell the physique difference from Tom and Brian from about a mile away. They're a totally different shape. Yeah. Kevin, thank you for the super chat. I got groceries and as many I took up as fast as I could, fastest carry I've ever done.
Yeah, that's the only way I can do it, is just make it a competition.
So everyday strongman, that is. Lots of people very sad in the comments for Brian.
So what was that time by Tom?
39-ish seconds, we heard.
So back in 2009, Brian did all 5 in 32:37.
Wow, 32.
But you know what? That was only second place.
Who beat that?
Actually, it was third place.
What?
Dave Osland did 5 in 32 seconds, 32:08. And I told you Dave was really good at those. But a certain Zadrunas did all 5 in 28 seconds.
Yeah.
That's how good that man was in his prime.
That's crazy.
But very good time still by Tom Stoltman there. And should be good points for him.
Lots and lots of very sad Brian fans in the house.
I'm not surprised. It's like, you know, I'm a competitor, or I was a competitor, competing against Brian many, many times. We were in our first World's Strongest Man together. So I've always seen him as an athlete rather than like an icon.
Of course, yeah.
But all of us as athletes just respect Brian so much for his longevity, his ability to do so well,
how he's helped grow the sport as well,
how he's helped grow the sport. And, you know, it is all, I hated seeing Zadrunas come down.
Yeah.
And it's not that Brian's bad. Brian is still, without question, one of the top 10 guys in the world. He's just not the guy he was back then.
Yeah.
And that's what I try and explain to people. But he's still very good. And, you know, he's got to keep fighting. It's his last one. He will. There's no quitting Brian Shaw. I've never seen him pull out of a competition, ever. The man is one of the toughest guys you'll meet, determined. And tomorrow's a new day. He can go and focus on just getting today out of his system and then coming back. And if he ends up in the top 5 still, wow, what a finish to his career.
Yeah. Tommy T, go on, Tommy. Brian's sad face, Rauno stone off. Yeah, that stone off was killer. Like 11 reps. That was mad. That's the most we've ever seen anyone lift on that setup.
Yeah.
Will, thank you for the super chat. I was there all day, was packed with Shaw fans. But that's nice for Brian.
And I think his family's there, you know.
They are, yeah.
They'll be supporting. The fact that he made the final was huge. But I think I was dragged into that kind of belief that maybe he could do it. It's not gone to plan, but he's got to keep fighting.
Bish said if Rauno won the Stones, he'd be the most hated man in America. Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Rauno the Rotten. Liz and Loz's ladder locker. Oh, I can see it now. There you go. Still waiting to see the cat.
The cat's just happy over there.
He keeps super chatting a $5 each time. I'll pick the damn cat up. Hold on. Nick wants to see you.
She's like, no.
If I get scratched,
we'll blame Nick. Here she comes.
Princess Nala. She's a very timid, 2-time rescue, twice abandoned. She's been my baby since 2016. And
I hope
stay
you're all
here
happy
forever,
that
won't
you've seen
you?
the cat.
Here's Nala. She wants to go now, so I have to let her be. Although
There we
she's
go.
quite calm. There we go. Go on, down
Yeah.
you go. What happened for
Ooh.
Shaw to miss the 5th? He just couldn't get it over. He's not injured. It just got to a
think his
sticking
body's
point and it
just-
wouldn't go any further. And
I've
then
never seen Brian not do all 5 fingers.
came
ever.
down onto his shoulder.
Never have
and-
I seen him fail the fingers.
Yeah, it was hard.
Let's remember 9 times. Well, how many times have you been in the final? 15.
15th consecutive final.
The
Yeah.
first time he got in a 2nd place in his group. And after that, he literally won his group for 12 shows in a row.
Yeah.
He won
Yeah.
his group 12 times in a row.
Yeah.
So you
Last year
have
was the
that
first time he
easier
didn't.
passage to the final.
Yeah, and this is by
And-
far the hardest he's had to work
to
in
get
the
to
group
final.
stages to get to the final. Yeah. Callum,
Matt
thank you
Ragg
for the
and
super chat.
Alexei Novikov on
This
next.
would be an interesting one. Yes. Great coverage, both of you. Me and my partner are huge fans. Our first live show attendance was your last performance at Royal Albert Hall.
Ah,
Very
cool.
moving being part of the standing ovation. Thank you, Callum.
Thank you for being there.
It was so nice as well because it was the first like post-COVID show, if you like,
Yeah, it
where
was a
we'd
good
all
one.
be together in person. So it was a special night.
It really was.
Daniel, thank you for the super chat. Bummed about Brian. Shout out to the video that brought me to the channel. Chloe on the Dinny Stones.
Cool.
That's really cool. This sport is a roller coaster. Man, it is. And I don't know why we keep coming back for more because it's gut wrenching sometimes, isn't it?
It is, but we love it as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We love it.
You know, the ups and downs, but we keep coming back.
Yeah. Oh, dearie me. This is shaping up to be a really interesting battle. Anthony, thank you for the super chat. Why don't they air World's Strongest Man live? It's not as much fun watching knowing who won already. Totally agree, but it is all to do with CBS and Channel 5's exclusive rights and the TV contracts offering World's Strongest Man way more money than a live stream would. And it is by far the most expensive production to put together.
So
with
they
the most
have
staff, most athletes.
reset
most
all the
events.
fingers. So we should see the athletes come on. We should hear about the athletes coming out
Mm.
very, very soon.
Mitch just needs 5. No rush, says Andrew.
He's going to have to work. This is, you know, this is the event I'm probably most nervous about Mitch's performance.
Yeah. Lots of people asking what happened to Brian. Brian has been up on the Fingal's finger, and unfortunately, he got 4 when obviously.
Honestly, I can't
Very
believe
much
it. I've
wanted.
never seen him fail the fingers ever.
Yeah. Loz, how do you mentally come back to lifting weights that you used to be? That you used to after a really bad injury? I tore my bicep a year and a half ago, and I don't push as hard anymore for fear of injury. Thank
It's
you.
a very, very hard thing to overcome. And I'm very much in that boat myself right now, that I'm almost scared to push. But the way I've done it in the past is to be patient and you have to almost treat yourself as a complete beginner again. You're not, because obviously strength comes back pretty quickly. But like I did a powerlifting comp recently, and I was very, very steady and safe with the lifts that I went for. Looking back, I could have pushed a lot harder, to be quite honest, but I want to take my time and not risk hurting myself again. So I'm trying to be quite methodical in the numbers that I lift and make sure that progress is slow and steady so that I don't get strong too fast, which I could have an ability to do because I've already been at a certain level. And muscle memory is a very real thing. But when you're coming back from injury, your body doesn't quite work the same way. So you've just got to be steady, don't rush anything, and just let that confidence build slowly. Lots
of Nala fans in the house. Boycott Rauno. Now. Hold on a minute. What about Yakko? Yakko pushed Brian into this was a combined team effort.
Yeah.
Jonathan, thank you for the super chat. Can't wait to meet Z in August at training camp. That would be a cool experience for you. Yeah, he's doing a couple of those this year, I think
he is.
Sidrins is a cool guy. You'll like him, obviously. But
David?
Yeah, I'm just trying to see where David's comment is because it's not connected to his super chat.
Look out for it, David. But thank you very much for the super chat. We're waiting for athletes to come out.
Liz, what made you abandon your cat twice? Not abandoned by us. We got her from the Blue Cross, and she'd just been abandoned for the second time. She was a very, very sad kitty when we collected her.
She's a very pampered kitty these days.
Now she is queen of my heart and the house. Where are we? Oh, Hold on, I have fallen
There you go.
back. There we go. What's this from Bruce? Thank you so much for the
Athletes are
super
walking
chat.
up.
Oh, I love Rauno. He is a super nice guy. When I got to meet him this week, even when he pushed Brian in the stones, I love you, Mama Bear. Rauno is an absolute gem, and we will not have anyone slander or sully his good name. He has a heart of gold, doesn't he?
Rauno is an amazing guy. He
Yes.
really is.
We're not friends with him for no reason. He's genuinely really lovely. And someone who has been overlooked for many years in a row. And it was really nice to see that he finally got the opportunity this year and he performed. Tony T, thank you for the super chat. Please, people use the word legend too much these days, but Brian truly is. There we go.
But Father Time catches up with us all in the end, sadly. He'll keep fighting through. And Brian's done so much for the sport as well. And he'll continue to do stuff for the sport. It's Matt Ragg, I think, and Alexei Novikov.
Oh, this should be an interesting battle then.
This will really tell us what kind of shape Novikov is in this year. Can Novikov battle for the podium? If he does well on this, yes, he can.
I think he's currently sitting in second place overall, is he, behind Mitch?
He is indeed.
Yeah. Schoonwinkle, I can see on shot. Even though he's nothing to do with this round. He just happens to be there.
Just watching and enjoying.
Yeah. Right.
Should start fairly soon. Waiting for the whistle.
I'll know which one's Alexei because him and Matt are quite different in shape. So this is round 4, isn't it?
Yes.
Alexei.
Just Trey and Mitch to go after.
Here we go, and they're off. So I'm guessing that is Alexei Novikov. Yes, it is, and that's Matt Ragg. Both done 1. Alexei's slightly faster onto the second. Alexei's done with 2. Matt is done with 2. Alexei's onto the third.
Alexei's going fast on these.
Yeah, he is. And
he's looking good.
Alexei's done with 3.
Matt
onto the
Ragg,
4th.
just a little behind.
Yeah, Matt's done with 4, but he's
so
starting to
now
slow
we
down
are into the big ones. These are when it gets harder. And Alexei blitzed through that 4th one. That was very, very good.
Matt is on
he's
his
composing
4th
himself.
Alexei's onto a 5th. Matt is still on the 4th.
Alexei's going well.
Yeah.
He's getting to the hardest point now of it. He's got to work. He's got to work.
Oh,
he's got to work.
He's down, but he's near the top.
Just, he's done it.
Alexei's done.
He gets all 5.
Matt Ragg's just picked up the 5th one.
I think this is going to be too much for
I
Matt.
think so too. He's slowed down quite a bit. He's looking tired.
He's right at the beginning still.
Yeah.
Okay, he's working. He's
still
giving
through.
it.
Come on, Matt Ragg. No, it's down. It's down.
So decent time there by Novi. I'm not sure. Novikov. He got 5, I think, in a decent time, but not as quick as Tom, I would say.
No, it wasn't as quick as Tom, no.
We wait on the times. Matt Ragg did 4. Novikov did 5. We will bring the times to you as soon as we have them.
El Prescat, thank you for the super chat. What shoulder does Shaw use for dumbbell?
Shaw can use both. He's one of those guys that can use both. But I would guess on a max dumbbell, he will go with his... he's right-handed, isn't he? I'm not sure, actually. He might not even be.
I can't think
But Brian's one of those few guys that can do dumbbell off both arms.
There you go. Oh, no, Nala, no. So, yeah, one problem with rescues, sometimes they come with health issues, and ours has an irritable bowel. Jason, thank you for the super sticker. That's all we get to see is the words super sticker. And also, you can find the cool picture or animation.
Who's it from?
Jason Cater.
Ah, there it is.
Oh, it's like a
wow
face.
Thank you, Jason.
David, thank you for the super chat. Hi, my son has autism and has been inspired by Tom. Love Strongman. It's so good to see. Tom has really come out of his shell these last few years.
Our son has autism as well.
Yeah, he does. So we are right there with you. Small Casey's. Oh, I don't know. But thank you for the super chat. Poor Brian, he is still an inspiration. And thanks to him, I also met your channel. Now I'm rooting for Mitch's first win or Tom's third. Let's go. Thank you so much. Brian has brought so many new fans to the sport. All of the athletes have something to thank Brian for, don't they? But
Hot Flipping Mama has posted up Brian.
She's got a Brian emoji
not over
out.
till it's over. Indeed.
Thank you for all the updates. I got to see you back in NC 2011, Lozzie. North Carolina, is that? North Carolina, NC?
2011, yes.
Yes, there you go.
Novikov did all 5 in 42.46 seconds, which puts him into second place, I believe.
Yes, because
which he's going to be happy with.
Tom was 39 seconds, was he?
Yeah, Tom, the only person to go sub 40 right now. But that was very good by Novikov.
That was very good. JTZR, say hello, Lossie.
Hello, JTZR.
And thank you for the super
Hope you're well, buddy.
chat. I'll keep him on track for you. Lance, thank you very much for the very generous super chat.
Thank you.
I've been enjoying Loz and Liz's content for years. First time I've made it to a live stream. Thank you for all your hard work.
We're
Thank
glad
you so
you
much,
made
Lance.
it, and thank you so much for that very kind super chat.
Thank you. Oh, Rag should have went with Tom and Sean now. Yeah, I would have liked to see
Hooper versus Trey is next. Oof.
Scotty, thank you for the super chat. Great seeing Magnus Berg giving Fingal's fingers tips at the equipment testing yesterday, even though he didn't have to.
Absolutely.
All of the guys like Magnus, they're so helpful to the athletes, aren't they? And Darren's the same. And and the guys help each other out as well, which might be hard to believe considering they're going up against each other. But it is
Strongman's very friendly. We all kind of try and help each other. We'll all ring each other up, give each other
lend
advice,
each other equipment when someone's bag gets lost.
Just give each other tips, and it might work, it might not. And 9 times out of 10, they are being honest with those tips. Sometimes people might try and
do the bad advices.
But for the most part, Strongman is a very friendly, competitive. Yes, they all want to beat each other, but it's a fun sport.
Dustin, thank you for the super chat. Do you think we'll ever see another duo as dominant as Z and Brian? Let's go, Brian. Make that podium and go out as one of the top 3 in the world. I don't think we'll ever see 2 men dominate the sport like those 2 did again, because the depth of talent is so much deeper now, isn't it?
I agree. I think there's so many good strong men right now, and there's just more and more coming through. We see the kind of talent pool that's out there right now, and it's just getting bigger. So many fantastic athletes. The most important thing is they don't get hurt and they keep progressing.
But no doubt those 2 and their epic rivalry is part of the reason that Strongman is as popular as it is now.
Without question.
Fred, thank you for the super chat. While waiting, I downloaded Rauno's book and just a quick scan. Looks great and super informative. It's like been months in the making, that book. So we're glad
There's
you think
a lot of work that went into it.
Rauno, Fred. Oh dear. But it is Rauno's book. I don't just randomly call him. People pretty sure Brian is right-handed.
Yeah, it probably is.
Brian, thank you for the super chat. Shaw's keg toss shoulder hip video and your Talking Strongman podcast, what got me into Strongman. Shout out to my wife Ashley for supporting me.
Shout really out cool. To Ashley.
Ashley. Hi Ashley.
It's nerves. It is nerves. I am very nervous for this next one.
Yeah. Mitch Hooper up next with Trey Mitchell. Interested, curious.
Do you know what Mitch needs to focus on? He needs to focus on getting all 5. That's what he needs to focus on.
All 5, yeah.
Trey,
all 5 is good
I
points.
think, could end up doing all 5 in a decent time.
I think so. How many have done all 5? We've got Evan, Pavlo, Alexi, and Tom. 4. I answered it myself.
Yeah.
There we go.
Right.
Oh no, Cat Chat. She didn't. But she was doing some gagging. She has a very delicate tummy.
Regurgitation there.
Yeah, she's okay.
There she is. Tony. I can see her. I can see you looking at me.
She's not looking at you. She's looking at me. She's usually watching you to see what you're going to do next.
Yeah. Let's see. They should be going pretty soon. Oh, those nerves are kicking in.
Is it worse than when you competed yourself? No,
it's different.
Yeah, it is.
It's different more than this, like nerve. It's just
an impending sense of dread.
When you're competing, you have control. Yeah. When you're sat here, you have no control whatsoever.
Jaffa Cakes, thank you. Thank you, Jaffa Cakes. Love a Jaffa Cake. AJ Martin, thank you for the super chat. Do you want to put Liz and Loz back on? Yes, I do. Shout out to Nim, my long-suffering woman. There we go.
Shout out to Nim. Thank you for letting AJ Martin put us back on the TV.
Yay, thanks. We're here.
What's that by Fred there, Liz?
Liz, I'm not Rauno. I have a smaller belly. Can see that in front of Rauno. Wow. How's Shaw doing,
they're just resetting. Not so good, I'm afraid, for Shaw fans. He did very well on the deadlift. We weren't sure how good it was going to be based on him having to go out early, but he ended up joint second on the deadlift.
Yeah.
The shield did not go well.
No, that was 8th place on the
shield.
So
far, I believe he's the fastest on 4.
Yeah.
But
4 guys have done 5. Yeah, there's 2 more guys to go.
I was shocked because I've never seen Brian fail the fingers ever. But it's sad. I can't say anything other than it's sad. But Father Time catches up with everyone.
It does. Jorian, thank you for the super chat. You want to beat your competition at their best, though. That's why they give each other tips, in my
Absolutely.
opinion.
Absolutely.
Also, most of the guys there seem like genuinely nice people, and they really are.
They are.
They are. Tyler, thank you for becoming a member.
Thank you, Tyler.
Cat and Loz feeling the same way right now. Butterflies in the tummy, says Harvey.
It's true. It's damn true.
Chris, now you know how I felt for however many years. Great stream. Love the shout out to Smash and Pass. Used to work out at the gym Levi and his partner go to. Great peeps.
They
Just
are
brought two of their
indeed.
shirts. Oh,
Ah,
that's
excellent.
cool. Thank you, Chris, for the super chat. Andrew, thank you for the super chat.
There we go. Sorry, it's
Oh.
Neve.
Neve, there we go. I wasn't sure, which is why I paused, and then Loz just comes up with some nonsense. Sorry, babe. Crazy stats for Brian and Big Z for Fingers. Shows how tough they were in their prime. Shows age is inevitable.
Absolutely.
Indeed, yeah.
That's why when I kind of do these videos and I go on about Zadrunas and Brian in their prime, they were incredible.
Yeah.
Incredible. Both of them still now, top two. If it was them back then. Unfortunately, they're older.
Yeah. Yeah.
All reset,
Nim.
waiting on
It
TV.
was like nim. Mm.
Crazy stuff. Oh, you're still on that one. Sorry, I'm just
That's
nervously
okay.
waiting.
I know you are, babe. What's going on? Liz, please shout out to my wife, Charlotte. She is my biggest fan. And the Liz to my Loz. Hello, Charlotte. I'm glad he has his own Liz.
Everybody needs a Liz.
Liz.
I'm not sure everyone needs a Loz.
We'll talk about that later. No, Loz is a good toe. Brian got second last year. People don't forget that. It was the year before, but yes, Brian, he was fourth last year, which is still absolutely incredible.
Amazing. Just in the final this year, at 41 years old. That's still amazing.
Oldest man ever to make the final. The most consecutive finals. Yeah, 41.
How old was Zadrunas when he last made the final?
Last year, it was the last time. It was 2017. And I'm 40. He was 41 as well, but I think in days Brian is older.
Okay.
I swear I've seen that from my my even bigger strongman nerd friend. You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
I'd rather have a Loz than a Liz. That's very rude, Aaron.
Thank you.
I assume. Oh, where's that gone? Joseph, thank you for the super chat. Placing beside is good to see Shaw going out on his own terms at World's Strongest Man. Something Z never got to do with his injuries. The end of an era for sure. Absolutely.
Oldest finalist ever, Mark Felix.
Oh yeah, in 2015. How old was he?
49.
Oh.
These
Sorry.
youngsters. What are us youngsters talking about?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Mark
Oldest
made the
athlete
final,
ever at World's Strongest Man, Mark Felix.
I'm getting my records
57 years
mixed up.
and 3 days.
Yeah.
That's an amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So Mark Felix is
The oldest ever winner is Zadrunas at 38 years and 258 days.
Yeah.
I believe Zadrunas won an Arnold's at 40. Did he?
Yeah, he did, didn't he? In 2018?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
People saying Hooper do
There you
this
go,
slow, no
Mark.
hurry.
Yeah.
No, he shouldn't be doing it slow.
No. Come on, Hooper. Show us what you can do.
Who said that? But Felix is a bum. No. Mr. Super Chat from Detective Woe Buffett.
It's Elizabeth, isn't it?
It is.
Elizabeth, if we missed it, type
Elizabeth.
again.
There she is.
There you
Oh,
go.
hold on. Hold that thought, Elizabeth. You will be our priority. We've got Mitch Hooper and Trey Mitchell.
So, Elizabeth, we are on to the final pairing. So far, Tom Stoltman is in the lead on the Fingal's fingers.
Yes.
Big surprise, Brian Shaw did not do all the fingers. So there's so far 4 athletes that have done all 5. And we have our final 2 now, Trey Mitchell and Mitch Hooper.
I'm guessing that is Trey and that is Mitch. I'm like the meme
I don't trust your eyes,
with
but
the
okay.
magnifying glass. That must be Trey.
Okay.
And that must be Mitch. Come on now.
We'll see. Nervous.
It's not started yet.
This is the worst, the waiting.
Yeah. And
Are you guys as nervous as I am? Probably not.
Everyone has a favorite though. Everyone's
know.
got, a horse in the race. Well, most people have a favorite once they do well. When you have personal relationships with people, it's like it makes you feel sick watching them compete sometimes.
Come on.
I could barely look when Andrea's up. Yeah, that's
Right,
Trey
thank you
Mitchell.
very much for the super chat, Elizabeth. I hope you're not broke.
Yeah. Do not spend your
Don't
money
spend
on
your
us
money
if you
on us
can't.
if you're
No,
broke, guys.
please.
But thank you so
And
much.
they're off. Right, they're on number 1. Mitch faster than Trey, but they're both onto the second one. I'll commentate it for you, Lozzie. Oh,
Two each.
2 each. Mitch is just a fraction ahead of Trey Mitchell there. Oh, and quite a bit ahead now. Trey
struggling there on that third one.
Just fumbling with the pickup. Mitch is onto the 4th. Trey's just pushed over the 3rd.
Come on, Mitch. Come on, Mitch.
Mitch is slowing down a little bit
Get
here.
that 4th one over. Good man. Come on.
Faster than Trey.
Right, come on. Let's get this
They're
one.
both onto the 5th.
Both of them are onto the 5th. Trey's done well catching up.
A little bit tired though, I think.
Yeah. They're both working hard.
Oh,
Mitch is struggling on this 5th.
push forward, Mitch. Don't lean
His
back.
hands are too high up. His hands are too high up. Come on, keep going. Push. Come on, work hard. Trey finishes. Trey does all 5. Mitch gets them as well.
Oh my goodness. That was exhausting.
Good comeback there from Trey Mitchell. He looked powerful on that last one. He just fumbled a bit on the 3rd finger.
Yeah, he did.
I think Trey could have gone quicker.
Trey could have.
He just had a little bit of an issue with the 3rd, but he finished strong. Mitch looked like he was struggling on that 5th one.
Yeah.
But he just managed to get it over. We do not know the times yet. Once we know the times, we'll bring them to you.
That's definitely an event win for Tom
that have finished. Tom Stoltman is definitely the winner on that one.
Yeah.
So Tom Stoltman doing exactly what he needs to do. Novikov, good performance as well.
Yeah, great from Novikov.
Mitch would have dropped a few points on those guys. It could be very tight at the top at the end of day 1.
Oh my goodness, I cannot cope. So the first event tomorrow will be the max dumbbell. Oh my gosh. And then it will be the truck pull and then finally the Atlas stones.
We're waiting on these times.
We are expecting much better weather tomorrow, so it shouldn't be delayed. But obviously, we will keep you guys informed on our community page.
We will indeed.
If we do hear of any changes. Lots of comments cheering both of the guys on.
All amazing guys.
Oh dear.
Waiting for times.
I've given myself a stitch. But yeah, both of the guys
Trey
finishing all 5.
Definitely ahead of Trey. Finished that before Mitch.
Yeah.
Now we need to wait and see. Oh, I think Trey did all 5 in 48.46, and Mitch Hooper did 5 in 49.89.
That must be so close between them and Pavlo and someone else.
Pavlo Cordiaca did 5 in 48.69. Oh, Evan Singleton did 5 in 49.85.
Was that slower or faster than Mitch?
That was faster than Mitch.
Oh my goodness. By 1/10 of a second.
Yeah. These aren't official. We'll wait for them, but it looks like Mitch has dropped some points there.
Yeah.
And I think Novikov has put himself in a great position. And Tom Stoltman has done a real good job.
Did Novikov come second overall on the Fingal's fingers?
I think he might have, yeah. I think he has.
Anthony, thank you for the super chat. This really tightens things up for an exciting finish.
Said, guys, nothing is over yet.
Yeah.
One event at a time.
Yeah.
It's all going to get very exciting tomorrow.
And max dumbbell tomorrow could shake everything up again. Notoriously a great event for Brian Shaw. We know it's a great event for Alexei Novikov. Mitch improving on it. Tom is notoriously been a weak event for him. So, oh God, I can't cope.
It's going to be an exciting day.
It's going to be exciting.
This is the exciting thing with Strongman. Every athlete has different strengths and weaknesses. You don't always get your best events in every competition, but you have to keep fighting for every single point. Oh, I want to see the overalls. What are they saying? Right.
Thanks, and I'll see you tomorrow. We'll just give the overalls before we go. And then
wait, I just run down the results on that. So
yeah.
Tom Stoltman takes the win, 5 fingers in 39.36. Alexei Novikov, very solid second place for him, 5 in 42. Trey Mitchell, 5 in 48 seconds, 48.46. Pavlo Cordiaca, 5 in 48.69. Evan Singleton, 5 in 49.85. And Mitch Hooper, 5 in 49.89. Then Brian Shaw was the fastest with 4, Luke Stoltman, Matt Ragg, and Jaco Schoonwinkel.
So what's the overall total scores right now?
Right now, Mitch Hooper is still in the lead on 25 points. Alexei Novikov just half a point behind with 24.5. Tom Stoltman is on 24. So only 1 point between the top three. And Trey Mitchell is not far behind again, 22.5 points. 2.5 points
Wow.
between the top 4 athletes. There is a little bit of a gap then to Evan Singleton, who's in 5th with 15.5. Brian Shaw is in 6th with 14.5. Pavlo Kordiaka just half a point behind Brian on 14. Matt Ragg on 11.5. Luke Stoltman on 8 and Jaco Schoonwinkel on 5.5. What an exciting first day.
With the dumbbell and truck pull as the next 2 events, I think Alexei could have a good lead by the end of the first 2 events tomorrow.
But I think he needs a lead.
He does, because of the Atlas stones to be in contention for the win.
Tom Stoltman will be happy with today.
Yeah.
He needs a big performance on the dumbbell, but if he can get that, he's got 2 great events tomorrow. Mitch Hooper's had a great start. The fingers was always going to be the big question mark. We hadn't had enough time to work as much as we would like on it, but he's done well to get 5. Dumbbell, truck pull, and stones should all be better. But all events that I think there are other athletes that are potentially better than. Yeah. So it's going to come down to where people place. That top 3, top 4. Trey is not out of it. By any means. He's very solid.
All. Very much
Trey could do a Brian Shaw, here and just be consistent, like a
sneak up from behind. Like an assassin.
He's not placing low on anything.
No.
That's kind of keeping him in the race. There is so much still to fight for. What an exciting first day.
John, thank you for the super chat. Have you ever used a gable grip or S grip for shield carry type movements? Do you think these grip effectiveness in grappling could carry over to strongman? I don't think I've seen them in the sport.
Grappling style grip would definitely help in strongman, but no, I've not used those for any shield type of movement.
I don't know anything about any of that, so I cannot help. Shanklin, thank you for the super chat. Will Brian have to place 1st or 2nd on the other events to win?
Quite honestly, I don't think Brian can win without some kind of disaster for at least 4 people, which would be very, very unlikely.
He would have to be 1st or 2nd, and all the top guys would have to be
mathematically possible.
Yeah,
but with that many good guys that are so close, like one person you could understand, but they're all so close at the top. Like you're looking at 2.5 points between 4 athletes. That would take, like Brian Shaw is 11.5 points behind Mitch Hooper. He's 10 points behind Alexei Novikov, 9.5 behind Tom Stoltman. He'd have to win every event and hope that the likes of Jaco Schoonwinkel, Luke Stoltman, Matt Ragg, and Pavlo Kordiaka can get between everyone as well.
Yeah.
The likelihood of that happening, getting between all 4 of them, is very unlikely. So unfortunately, I think Brian has lost his chance to regain the title. What Brian needs to do is just fight for points. He could potentially sneak onto the podium.
Yeah.
And, make sure he has a good finish. He's got to
finish strong.
He certainly...
Still got 3 great events to come.
He's only a few points. He's only 1 point behind Evan Singleton. That's got to be the first target, is try and get above Evan. Evan will be happy to be in the top 5, first World's Strongest Man final. Pavlo Kordiaka will be disappointed with today because it's not gone as well as he maybe would have liked.
But he's got some good events to come as well. So there's everything still to play for. Tony, thank you and good night. Ella, thank you for becoming a member. And we are going to sign off for the night now because we've got a big day tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be big. Make sure you guys tune back in tomorrow. It's going to be the final. It's going to be epic. Thank you all for the support. Thank you for joining us. And as you have, thank you for the super chats, for the likes, for subscribing to the channel, for becoming members, and just for sitting there and watching and support us. We thank you all so much. One more day of World's Strongest Man to go. Mitch Hooper goes to sleep as the leader. If you told him that a year ago, I'm sure he would be a very happy man. He's got a lot of work to do if he wants to win the title. Could be Novikov for the 2nd time. Could be Tom Stoltman for the 3rd time. Could be Trey Mitchell for his 1st ever win. Make sure you're back tomorrow, guys. Take it easy.